Okay, so the next video. So I had contacted the people at Limestone Prison to find out about sending religious items to my brother, and I had spoke with, actually I talked to the people at the Department of Corrections first, and I spoke with the chaplain there. I spoke with the head chaplain, and I said, okay, what are the rules about sending a pendant, and a pendant with a saint on it, you know, how much, because I saw in the pamphlet it said that it couldn't cost more than $25, and also couldn't be beyond 1.5 inches. So I was like, okay, so I found that out, and I just wanted to verify. And so I talked to him, and I did find out it had to come directly from the manufacturer, which that was new. I didn't know that because I had bought it and had it shipped to me. So I found out, I was like, oops, okay, so I'll have it shipped straight to the prison. So I found out exactly how to do it, and I had to have it sent care of the chaplain in his name, my brother's name, you know, care of the chaplain. So, okay. So I found out exactly how to do it, and that he also had to fill out a form ahead of time to let the chaplain know what was coming, and that he could receive a book, but I guess they could only get a book, any religious materials, one every 6 months. So that's the rule. And then they couldn't have more than 3 in their cell. So I was like, okay. So if they got more than 3, they had to give one up. So I was like, okay, whatever. So anyway, so I found out all this ahead of time before I was going to send anything. So I did that. So okay, so we did all of that. He filled out the form, all of that. After I spoke to the head chaplain at the Department of Corrections, then I spoke to the chaplain at Limestone. Okay, just to confirm, make sure everything else okay. Okay, what vendors are okay, what not, whatever, because I didn't know if it had to be specific. Like what if they didn't have what I needed. So okay, he said, oh, even Amazon is okay, but not like an Etsy store, because that could be someone's mom setting it up. Okay, fine, cool. So so went online to find what I needed. Now it turns out they didn't include the shipping and the tax in the total price. So I was like, okay, good. So took care of that. So okay, bought the items. I bought a pendant, and the chain had to be like one of those dog tag chains that would break apart real easy. So I had to get that separate somewhere else. And then the pendant from Amazon, and the book that I sent, the religious book that I sent. The pendant and the book came from Amazon, and the chain came from somewhere else. So okay. So I know exactly the dates they got there because I got the notifications. Now, the chain they gave to him right away. The book and the pendant got there like on a certain day. The chain got there after the fact. He got the chain first, was given to him. And the book and the pendant like was given to him like 30 days after. And I'm just like, what was going on with that? Because it went directly, you know, to the chaplain, and I was raising all kind of hell. Like I ended up like sending emails to the woman at the Department of Corrections saying, what is the holdup? What is the problem? Why is it taking so long? It came straight from the manufacturer. How long does it take to screen a book and a pendant? You already gave the chain, so what is the problem? So that was our next big issue that I was all over him about. I'm like, how long does it take to screen a book that's coming from the manufacturer? I mean, you know, so I was all upset about that, you know, and Amos, that's his name, you know, he was being very patient about it, but it's just very frustrating because it's like the whole purpose of getting the approval ahead of time, filling out the form ahead of time so the chaplain knew what was coming, talking to everybody ahead of time, finding out exactly what the rules were, you know, so that I was getting the right thing, and, you know, just doing everything according to how it was supposed to be done, and then still it's sitting there for 30 days past the time he got there, it was just like, what are you doing with it? You know, I was at the point where, you know, if he doesn't get it by a certain day, you know, it's like, okay, I'm going to send you a letter and you can send my money back because maybe somebody's pocketing it for themselves. What's going on? So that was our next issue that we had. And just very frustrating, you know. It's like they don't understand why families get so upset when it's just like, you know, you expect us to follow, you know, your policies, your rules, but then you're not following them yourselves, you know, and it just was very frustrating, you know. So that was our next drama. But he did finally get the pendant that I sent, and the chain, and the book, which is good because it's given him some hope and some religious guidance, you know, something to cling to hope for, and that's something he didn't have before. So, you know, you would think they would want that, but, you know, they preach that, but then when it happens, they don't try to really encourage it. So it's like the system is just so ridiculous. And so that was our next issue that we had with the Department of Corrections in Alabama, and but we got past it, so thank goodness for that. And it's really been a good thing for him because he's felt more whole and more spiritual from it, so that's been a good thing for him. So that's all for this video.